Okay, so this is the last one. This is I saw this post. The Toraja people in Indonesia periodically dig up their ancestors, dress them in new clothes to show love and respect for the deceased. And they would put hats, and I mean, in this case, it looks like a cigarette. And I was curious. I'm like, wow, is that like a common practice? To what extent? What is this? What is the motivator there, or just how does it all work? I mean, obviously, I guess I understand the motivator. But then I find this article on NPR. The dead live with their loved ones on this Indonesian island. This is like a legendary thing that people know about. Tourists will go there to experience this. And the people don't mind, apparently. I mean, according to quotes in this article, what happens is death is very important. Death, but burial, the funeral. Very important ritual for these people of southern Sulawesi in Indonesia. And in many cases, what happens is they want to have the best funeral possible. And they might not have the money at the time to do it. They might want to save up for that exit passage, that moment, that big moment. They look at it as like the most important moment in anyone's life. So what they'll do is use like a substance like formaldehyde to actually preserve the loved one's body.
Sure.
In preparation of this event in which there's going to be all kinds of activities going on. And that's the thing that tourists will travel to experience this kind of massive funeral celebration, I suppose. There would be the slaughtering of animals that would take place over here. There would be, as you can see, they would commission statues to be made of the individual who has passed on. And when a baby dies, the body is buried in a hole carved out in the trunk of a tree so that the two may grow together. Very interesting practices over here. If you scroll down a little bit more, you can see an image of what the event would look like. You can see like a cattle. Scroll down a little bit further. They're still waiting for the burial here. Scroll down to the next image here. So you can see the cattle in the center. You can see tourists in the background. And you might have, at first, like, that was my thought. I was like, are the people cool with that? They let the tourists come with the cameras and the camcorders and such.
This is a bit, this is sacred, right?
Very sacred. But here's the quote. We are happy that many foreigners have come. It means we can share our sadness with many people, and it shows respect for my uncle. Approximately 100 tourists showed up for this particular burial or funeral ceremony in this case. But they like I said, it's like they save up. It's like a wedding scenario sort of. And in order to do that, that means that they end up can live with their dead for extended periods. And then in some cases, like the previous post, yes, it seems completely legit that loved ones could be exhumed to show respect, and in many cases they would put fancy sunglasses on them that they still have an appearance and so forth, or even a New York Yankees hat. So yes, not debunking Reddit on this one. This is absolutely a thing, and there's a pretty amazing fabric of existence and ritual and such out there in the world.
Celebration of life, celebration of death.
It's interesting, man. Mm-hmm. You know, it's a big part of life. Yet in some cultures, we choose to ignore it as much as possible, brush it off as much as possible. But you wonder in the presence or in the celebration of death, how that might change the way you live if you're in a culture that doesn't sweep it away, but instead
Embrace it.
makes it such a key component of life. Might change some things.
Interesting take.
Oh, thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.